And check. All right. Welcome to today's stream. Today, as you can see, we are currently sitting with our nice Vision Jet in Milano, Linate, which is one of the two airports in Milano, the smaller one, but very active. This is the flight plan. This is the flight we're gonna do today. We're gonna go from Milano to Figari in Corsica or Kors. Yeah, pretty interesting flight. Is one of the few airports I'm missing in Corsica. I've been landing in Calvi, in Bastia, and in Ajaccio. I'm missing this, but it's a military, so it's the last civil airport there is in Kors. And yeah, apart from a couple of wow, look at this, wow. We should go there with a GA. Oh my god. Very interesting airport. But yeah, apart from crazy stuff, yeah, we definitely have to go there. I have an idea because I do have I have the button in Florence. Can be a flight for the future. Okay, so this is gonna be the flight. I just wanna comment that I just saw. I'm not gonna show you for privacy, but yeah, I just saw a plane taking off on the completely wrong runway, and this guy was a controller and a guy with 2,000 hours. And the reason is because SimBrief was scheduling the wrong runway. Was scheduling runway 17 in Milano Linate, but if you just give a check 10 seconds online in Flight Radar 24, you're gonna realize that runway active in Milano is 35, not 17. Of course, that was just me on ground, just join VATSIM, so it's not really a concern, but yeah, I don't really get why people are trusting so much SimBrief. In my experience, SimBrief can be very wrong many times. But whatever. So this is the flight we're gonna do. We're gonna need to do some planning. I'm gonna need to use checklist. I don't remember if I have checklist for the Vision Jet. I guess I do. Let me see. I don't remember. Yeah, I do have them. Yeah, it was a little bit of. Yeah, but this, yeah, I remember those checklists. Okay. Can work. I'm not loving them, of course. But, yeah. So let's go immediately into the plane. Okay, let's remove a couple of stuff. Chokes. Should I remove chokes? Wait a sec. Just as a reminder, this is a default plane. And in my humble opinion, this is one of the best default plane you can get, and on top of that, this is present on the standard version of the sim. So this plane is so good, in my opinion. I really suggest you to fly the Vision Jet. Really suggest you to learn the Vision Jet and fly it if you have the simulator, if you have the standard version of the simulator. This is really a high level plane. Oh, it's super high the sim for me. It's high for you. Okay, no, it's just high for me. Let's jump inside. Can I do it like this or no? Okay, let's do it like that. Let's use this feature. Okay. Wow, I don't have my view. What? Wow, that's very interesting. Wow, I don't have my. Yeah, of course I set views in the Vision Jet. They disappear apparently. That's very strange. Very strange. I don't know why. Do I have? Wait a sec. Do I have my setting at least? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's quite strange. Can happen, but yeah, quite strange. Quite strange. That means that something happened to the sim. For sure. Okay, let me reset that. Luckily, we are in a very small plane, so it's super fast to reset views. We are almost done already. I can get that close. Okay. I can get that close to the Wow. Okay, never mind. Number 6 and number 7 here. Super hard to navigate in this cabin. Wow. Super weird. Okay. Okay, I didn't save the number 4 apparently. Ah, this is the number. This is number 4. This is number 5. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, there we go. Then we need to put some passenger on the plane. And this one. So you do have a tablet? I don't remember. Yeah, there was a tablet in 2020. It's a long time. I mean, not a long time. It's like a month that I don't fly the Vision Jet. So yeah, I will struggle a little bit. But no, I think they moved that here probably. Or should be. Yeah, but I don't see any way to. What the fuck is that? Okay, never mind. Let's go like this. Yeah, plane here, here. Yeah, also you couldn't load the plane from the tablet in 2020. I just realized that now. Unload this. I need to import a new flight plan. There we go. Wow, very windy at destination. Okay, so we do have 4 passengers. I care about the payload, 345 kilos. That means, let's start from the fuel as always. So fuel, it need to be 550. Okay. Takeoff weight, 2,533 and 33. So now we do have 0. Okay. Okay, should be around 300 kilos here. Let me try something. No, I don't like this. I mean, if you should just press here. How am I supposed to do it manually? Who cares? Anyway. Okay, 300 kilos and a bit of cargo. Okay, that's fine. A little less. Alright. Okay, it's okay. Nice. There we go. Plane loaded. Okay. Okay, I need to set up this view properly because in the Vision Jet is super weird, the default view in my opinion. So this center one is really important. Okay. Okay, hopefully it's gonna be fine. Maybe it's a little too high now. Wait a sec. Okay, like this maybe. All right. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So we're gonna do something different today. Let's brief. I mean, since the plane is very, very quick to set up, let's brief the departure. Unfortunately, we don't. I need to fly the flight plan, of course. Unfortunately, we don't have any controller today. Even if usually, I mean, every time I fly to Milan, okay, not every time, but I've been flying here quite some time without any control. But usually they are online, so yeah, not today. And we're gonna need to brief the departure. Also, it's very helpful for you if you're not familiar with Milano. You know that in Italy, Milano, Malpensa, Milano Linate, and Bergamo as well, and also Rome, they are quite complex airports to understand, in my opinion, because you have a transition. So the controller is gonna tell you the transition and the departure. So I see people struggling quite a lot in Italy when you are referring to VATSIM. Okay. So even if I know that many people doesn't like at all to see procedure, but I don't really care, to be honest. It's very important if you want to fly properly the sim and enjoy it, and don't do like free flights and then switching it off forever. No, I really suggest you to do as most realistic you can. It's very beautiful. It's very interesting. It's very challenging also. Okay, so as you can see, we already have the transition. But let's assume that, yeah, with a controller like, for example, as you can see, Navigraph is already not helping you because, yeah, it's giving you the transition, which is Genova, 6 Quebec, but there is no chart. I just have the departure chart here, so you need to go manually. In Linate is not a chart, in Rome and Malpensa is like a nightmare. But you need to find manually the chart. This is something that is still not properly done in Milano. Sorry, not in Milano. In Navigraph. So we need to find Genova, which I can't. Oh my god, super hard to find. It's of course is in the seed page. I can talk to. Yeah, already pretty difficult to find out, to be honest. Okay, this is not our departure. We need a transition from Tovsa to Genova VR. Wow. What? Wow, I can't. There is no chart for that? Really? No, in the star, no, of course. No, there is this stuff, but. Wow. I don't think it's here. I don't think it's here either. Yeah, but either way, it will not be there in your chart. Yeah, because as you can see, this is the procedure until Tovsa. From Tovsa, we also have oops. This new iOS. We do have the path, as you can see, Apriv and then Genova. I don't know if it's under Apriv. It doesn't make sense to me, but okay, this is the procedure, of course. But I couldn't find anything. I couldn't find anything from Tovsa to Genova VR in our departure procedure. Which is okay. We do have this, but it's to Ekpal. Ah, wow, there we go. Yeah, of course. Okay, so there is a chart. Yeah, wouldn't be super weird to not have one. But yeah, okay, nothing really crazy to understand on the procedure itself. But for example, if now there was a controller online, it would tell you, okay, you're clear to Figari, Tovsa 6 Juliet, departure Genova 6 Quebec transition, and blah blah blah. So you have to brief both, basically. You have to be ready to copy a departure and a transition. Okay. Oops. After all this boring stuff, but again, really useful if you want to fly the sim properly. Batteries on and generator on. Okay. I'm gonna go, yeah, with engine start immediately. Okay, let's go. Strobe lights. Thrust is idle. And it is. Okay, it's working fine. And yeah, let's start up everything. Run. Fuel pump. Start. Wow, what a sound also. Oh my god, what a sound. Wow, very cool. Alright, let's start doing this. Yeah, let's sync this one, okay. Oh my god, this is super tricky to do. What? Yeah. Ah, wait a sec. Yeah, my bad. Confirm. Okay. Now we do have fuel, right? Yeah. So this is super annoying to do, honestly. Yeah, definitely annoying to do every time. Fuel and reserves, let me see. Because I don't even see, yeah, every time this is so confusing to me. Okay, this is 119er. Yeah, we have some people, of course. Let's put some random people here. We should be around the 2,500 kilos for takeoff. I'm gonna set up random. Let's try with this. Okay, yeah, I want that, but weight and balance. Where is my total weight? We're gonna see on takeoff that, of course. Okay, anyway. So, to import the flight plan from SimBrief, you need to go here, SimBrief, wait your list. That's it. Let's see. We're gonna set up the departure immediately, of course. We just brief it. Request. Import. Alright. Should be already there. Yeah, Topsad 6 Juliet. I don't know if we do have the transition. Let's check from here. Looks like we don't. Okay, let me check them up. Now wait a sec, we can do procedure and okay, preview. Okay, this is correct, of course, but we are missing no, the transition is wrong. Okay. Wow. It's this one. Okay, now it's correct. Okay, was wrong. Very interesting. So usually when you don't have any transition, the plane is, I mean, let's say the G3000 is pretty accurate, importing procedure immediately, but apparently with a transition, not really. That's very interesting to see. Okay. Yeah, I'm wondering why I do have that. I don't want that. I want to have the traffic. Okay. Which is not in a standby. His altitude is active. Okay, whatever, it's gonna be active when we take off. So let's go back to initialization. Takeoff, we need to check the takeoff for sure. 3.5, it's okay. Yeah. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, we don't really have XP speeds. So weight and balance, at the end of the day, I don't know. Because, yeah, we don't have any reference for the total weight of the plane. So, okay, I'm gonna assume it's correct, but... yeah. Okay, that's fine. Accept initialization. What we can do is go to performance. I don't think we see... yeah, we can't see anything from here. Takeoff data. Yeah, and V speeds. Okay. It's gonna be fine like this. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I thought... I feel like I'm missing something. I thought we had... yeah, we had a recap for the weight and balance. I'm pretty sure this is to set empty weight, which doesn't really matter in the moment. Aircraft loading, but yeah, here we don't have any. Wait a sec. Maybe I did something. No. No. Okay. Hello? Yeah, but this is not really related to that, right? Okay, let me try something. No, indeed. Not right. No. Okay, never mind. Let's go. Let's go. So departure is done. Map here. Oh yeah. We need to brief the taxi, of course. You know that it's really important to do a briefing of the taxi in Milano, so we're gonna do it now. So why is that? Because yeah, if you know if you have a little bit of passion about aviation crash, unfortunately, you know that in Italy, in Milano, happened a terrible aviation crash. So, what happened basically? There was a private jet taxiing. Like, okay, you should have taxied this way. Oops. You should have done like that. But what happened was that basically he started going this way into Kilo. Was super foggy, no tickets on ground. There was a traffic taking off, and they just impact each other. So from that day, it's completely prohibited in any case. So you can't taxi. You can take Kilo to enter the runway and backtrack. Even if you have to take off 17 and you have the space to do it, you can't do it. It's just completely prohibited. You can use Kilo to clear the runway when you land. That is possible. But you can't enter the runway from Kilo. Never. The problem of Linate is that, as you can see, general aviation is here. So there are no taxiway. The only way to go is doing like this. And be aware, even here, as you can see, Alpha is prohibited in this direction. You can only do it on the opposite. So you need to take Delta usually. For what I remember is Delta. And then Zulu, and then you're going to taxi all the way down to Tango. So, yeah. No. Yeah, clear. So what we will do today is just taxi like this. Okay. Let's go. Clear? Can I? Let me see something. Okay, never mind. All right. So that's little super fast history of the Linate crash. Okay, now let's go. All right. Oxygen master. On. Bleed switch. Bleed probe it on. I don't think we have any. Ah, okay, no, this is just showing here. No. Let's go back. No, map. Okay. Before taxi, communication is done. Altimeter. Wow, there is low pressure. Altimeter is 1000. We don't have a standby, right? No. Okay. 1000 set. So altimeter is down. Transponder is set. Autopilot. We need to select the initial climb, of course, which is. Let me see if there is one in the chart. Ooh. Okay. We can climb 6000 initially. Yeah, let's go 6000 initial climb. The plane have auto throttle, as you know, but we're not gonna take off with auto throttle. Initial altitude set. Yeah, preselect pitch mode. That's fine. 165. That's okay as an initial climb. So what we're gonna we're gonna brief it after. Probably it on holding short, but it's pretty cold. Yeah, it's 6 degrees. Yeah, not that cold. So landing lights on. We don't have taxi lights. Flaps 15%. Wow, this view is super weird. Anyway, yeah, we can go. Let's taxi. It's gonna be a long taxi, so let's start immediately. Let me just check. Okay, nobody around. Oh, there is a traffic. Okay. United traffic. November 2840 Sierra Foxtrot taxi Yankee November Delta Zulu Tango running 35. Yeah, takeoff pitch trim. Oh. Ah, yeah, you need a lot of. Hi, Arush. How are you? We're gonna do it after. I don't really think we need much trim. Let's go. It's a long way again to taxi. Trim is what's wrong with our trim? It's in okay, it's not in green arc, that's why. Okay, now it is. Oh, don't worry, man. Good luck for your exam. Alright. There is an Itaro somewhere there. We have to be aware of him. Okay, let's taxi a little faster than this, otherwise it's gonna take forever. I remind you we're going to Kors or Corsica. We're going to Figari today. Very interesting that Tikas is in standby, even though here is altitude reporting. I guess it does active only when you take, yeah, only after takeoff. Yeah, it looks like we are got computed tomorrow and don't fear the week. I didn't get it. I guess you are saying that you have a computer exam. Yeah, it sounds also like a car at the moment. I really feel like we're just driving a van around the airport. But it's not. It's a Vision jet. We do have wings. We're gonna fly very soon. Okay, the traffic is there. Nice blue Itaro livery. Alright, we do have strobes and landing lights on already, so we can cross whatever we want. So let's be aware of this traffic because, you know, Simbrief was scheduled during runway 17. Okay, this is the traffic to Malpensa. Yeah, it does look like a car interior. That's true. But again, I mean, I said it initial to the beginning of the live stream. If you have the standard version, I really suggest you to learn this plane and use it. It's very, very good. Very, very good flight model. Very, very interesting plane. So it's a big, big suggestion. Alright, now we have to take Delta. Big plane is still there. So again, you can take Alpha in Linate, which is this taxiway here, for some reason. It's a small airport, even if it's quite busy usually. So we're gonna taxi behind this bird there. Alright, let's go. It's not this, right? No. Okay. Alright. Also, the ground handling is very good. I mean, I really like the behavior on ground. Yeah, hydraulic wise, it's not that incredible. Okay, this is not him. So, how we are gonna take off here? We're gonna set up max power, rotate, and then without... well, we have to press toggle first. Okay, maybe. How was it? Okay, nav armed. Okay, yeah. That's fine, and toggle. Which is not this. Okay, yeah, no, the toggle button is here. Okay, toggle set. So, toggle. Take off. And, yeah, after it, we're gonna select vertical speed, probably initially. Engage the auto thrust. The auto throttle, not the auto thrust in this plane. And the plane is gonna climb 165 knots until Mach I don't remember. I guess 5 and something. And we're gonna check later. And yeah, after it, when we are ready to level off, we're gonna level off and start accelerating. You know, this is that kind of plane that does climb way low, slower than, I mean, ground speed wise, of course, way slower than how it does cruise. Look at this long taxi. Okay, on the turn here. It was a strong turn for our passengers. What? GPS engaged. Yeah, we have to press toggle again. But we're gonna do it on the holding. Okay, we're almost there, by the way. Okay. Okay, let's import here. Yeah, okay. Look at our taxi. Oh my god. Let's go back to the center line. Let's press again toggle now. Okay, now I should press it twice. No. Oops. Okay, I think I should do it on, on the holding short, otherwise I would go around like a crazy. Come on, son. Don't go down too early. We're not flying real time, but... Okay, toggle set. That's great. Yeah, we could take off from here. Well, let's go all the way down. To Tango 1. Yeah. Just super long taxi. Wow. Oh yeah, it's finished. Ready to take off. Everything looks fine. Yeah, we need the before takeoff checklist. Toggle is set. Before takeoff, Pete props is already on. Oh, there is ground. Oh, who cares? We're gonna just take off. Ground doesn't do tower, so let's just go. Unless he call us, but I don't think it's gonna happen. So prop beast, flap set. Transponder is done. Strobe landing lights on already. Okay. All right. Niner one. Who is this guy? Is the postman? Yeah. Okay. Look at the rocks here. There is no landing. Not the traffic. November 284 Sierra Foxtrot taking off 35. Is 35 active according to the 80s at least? Yeah. Okay, that's great. Yeah, we gotta stop asking clearance, but whatever. It's fine for today. We were already in the, yeah, close to the holding. Okay, let's just go. Let's go. Engine stable. Brake release. Takeoff. Wind. Can feel the wind from the right. Rotate. Oh boy, lag. Wow, we had lag. Ah, it's definitely windy. Okay, into the wind. Alright. Positive rate gear up. Trim up. Okay, now auto throttle engaged. Nav. Flight level change. Alright. Autopilot. Look at this. Look at the view that you can have in the Vision Jet. Milano. There it is. Alps. Oh, it's really, really good. Okay. Zoom out. Okay. Look at this. Okay, I just got disconnect from VATSIM. We're gonna check now what's happening. On the turn. No, I'm not disconnect. Okay. This is hydroscalo. You can land water plane there. Okay, not really. Oh wow. Well, we forgot flaps. Speed check flaps up. And there we have runway 35. We just took off from there. Look at this. Let's go direct to Tovsa immediately. Activate. Let's go. I think it's auto sync, right? Yeah, okay. That's a pretty cool feature. Oh, sun is setting already. It's quite early in this sim. It's like 4, almost 4 p.m. But we're gonna fly like this. I mean, if we're gonna land with night, I mean, it's gonna be, I mean, we should have a cool arrival. So I don't know, but yeah, probably. Look at that. Milano downtown. Hydroscalo appearing. Linate. You can see it from there. Oh, wait a sec. We need to continue climb. Okay, flight level 110. Let's go up. Flaps is up. Range reducing. Okay. Yeah, I had a lag after, right on, not after, but right on the rotation. Sim lagged. And we had wind, so yeah, I was a little bit unstable. But okay. Nothing crazy, of course. Yeah, we're gonna go direct to Genova pretty soon. Well, just to enjoy the departure with the Alps on the, I mean, Alps right here behind. Very, very interesting. Departure is pretty cool to depart from Linate. And also to Malpesen is even more interesting in my opinion. Standard pressure. Okay, so I don't see anyone around on VATSIM, so let's go direct to Genova for now. We're gonna go direct to Ertev also, but yeah, let's go direct Genova for the moment. Alright. We do have tailwind, that's a great news. Range. Okay. I'm gonna keep range on 25 miles. that. Okay, after takeoff, climb power is set. Landing lights off, flaps up, landing gear up. Flaps and landing lights still on for now. Okay. That's it. Big direct for us. Well, Tortu is the beginning of the next approach. Which is still in Italy, by the way. Yeah. We can go direct to Tortu. We're gonna go direct to Tortu, who cares? Okay, say goodbye to Milano. We are kind of simulating that nice... Okay, not nice, I don't know. Let's simulate like a rich person. After lunch, he goes back to course after a nice meeting in Milano. With the... I mean, not that rich, of course. Otherwise, it would have flown like a CJ4 or even something better. Nice Falcon plane. Oh yeah. Not that rich, let's say. Landing lights off. We do have pulse on, I don't know why. Yeah, I guess it's a... Wait a sec, let me fix it. I guess you should go here. System aircraft... no. Utilities. Setup. No, not really this. Oh, it was. No, but this is just, yeah. Something to be shown in there. Checklist? You can't use checklist actually. Is it still broken? Yeah, because as you can see, you can't navigate. So yeah. I don't know why the 2020 version was working here. It's not well. Oops. Wait a sec, I did a disaster. Okay. GPS. Back to nav. Oh no, it's not a disaster, of course, but... Yeah, I'm quite sure you can't remove that pulse stuff. Let me switch them off for now. I guess it was here. Utilities. Yeah, but I don't see anything. Maybe I'm just confusing the Vision Jet with the Honda Jet. Okay, whatever. I mean, never mind. So we do have tailwind. Yeah, a little bit of tailwind for us. Of course, we're going super slow at the moment. We're gonna accelerate pretty soon. Okay, let's go directly after. Nobody around, right? Oh, it's full of GA. There is a GA here. Okay, not full, of course, but yeah, there are some people doing some general aviation flight. VFR flight. No, okay, this is not VFR. Nah, cool plane, by the way. So, let's go direct here. Activate. Alright. Turning. These are Appennini. This is the River Po, the biggest river in Italy. And here we have Appennini. And there you can already see the Mediterranean, the Tyrrhenian Sea, or which is also Mediterranean. Yeah, we have to climb 290, which is probably very high. Let me just see the climb max speed. Which I don't have any setting, but I do have it here. Okay, Mach 3.7. Okay, we don't have any indication now of max speed. Okay. It should switch automatically, of course. But we are still quite far from that speed. Okay, let's continue climb. It's kind of super high to go to flight level 290, but whatever. It could have stayed lower for sure. I could have done it manually. Yeah, Corsi is already there. It's probably visible. Yeah, that's Corsica. We are going there, basically. Oh, it's crosswind almost now. Yeah, climbing this plane can take a while for sure. So in the meantime, what I wanted to do in the future, I will not do it in live stream, unfortunately, because it would have taken so much. But I wanted to deliver a plane. We have to pick up a plane to deliver to somewhere. A small plane. Because, you know, we're using a lot of this general aviation stuff in Europe. Now I'm bringing a Duke into Norway, for example. But I'm kind of missing it to it also in South America, in Australia. New Zealand is pretty interesting. But Australia, there are many cool places, of course. Many cool places. USA. I mean, USA I have a Vision Jet, which I should move soon. It's in Washington. Yeah, it's right here. So we have one already there. And also longitude somewhere in Mexico. Also Africa is incredible. So we are doing, of course, a world tour, which is gonna bring us in incredible areas, but yeah. I wanted like a plane. I have to think about plane. I mean, of course, South America. I mean, most interesting place in the world for me to fly around are, of course, South America. And yeah, this Nepali stuff. Okay, there we do have a caravan, which I'm waiting. Of course, I'm assuming that Black Square is gonna release the caravan and the King Gear for 2024. In the future. So when we do have it, we're gonna fly to Lukla, fly around a little bit the caravan. Japan is very cool as well, of course. Australia is very cool, incredible place, that's for sure. But probably, honestly, the main country in which I would want to have a plane is this. That's because it's quite common to do. I mean, to have GA flights in Australia, in real life. I mean, so it would be great to have a plane there. Okay, we're almost to Mach 3.7. Sorry, not 3.7, but 0.37, of course, as always. I say it wrong. But the point is, which plane? Yeah, the main area, okay, Nepal is very interesting, but is limited. Because you don't have much flight to do. Okay, yeah, of course, there is Pokhara, there is Kathmandu, you can go to Lhasa if you have a plane that is able to do it. But, yeah, for example, of course, Australia and South America are enormous places, Africa as well it is. It would be great to cross the Sahara with a plane as well, well, yeah. Would be great for sure. Yeah, as well, Africa is pretty interesting. Of course. Just to go to explore around. But I think the cool stuff to do is deliver it from the actual factory. Which, you know, in Europe we have some. We have Diamond. We do have Pilatus. And some other. Here, of course, many factories are from the United States. But yeah, I would like to do a delivery flight, like a delivery project on my own, of course, because, you know, delivering a plane like a Cirrus just means that you are really flying it. For example, today we do have, I mean, the Vision Jet range is not that incredible. Yeah, fuel, yeah, we have half of this. Okay. I guess the realistic range of the Vision Jet is not much than 2 hours, 3 hours maybe. Yeah, but it's maybe already on the edge. But for example, a Kodiak can fly like 7 hours. Also, TBN can fly 6 hours without any problem. So you don't really deliver that kind of plane. I mean, no, sorry, you don't really do 2-hour flights with those planes. And what's happening on VATSIM, by the way? Okay. And for example, for Australia, would be great to have. I mean, a King Air would be great to have it. When we have the King Air, I would like to deliver one in Australia. Also, I'm wondering if they go from the Pacific. I don't think so. But what is cool to do is like to find out a delivery path online. You know, you can find this stuff if you search it. You can find like what real factory, real airplane producer does to deliver plane. I don't know. Let's see if I can find something. Let's say plane delivery Australia. Yeah, but we need a small. Yeah, of course, it's full of liner. Let's say King Air. King Air delivery Australia. Path. Look at this. Okay, now I'm gonna show you. It's really low resolution. Let me see if I can show you it properly. It's really low resolution, unfortunately. Can I find one which is properly? Okay, let me show you this, for example. Look at this. That's another safely delivered aircraft. This time, a new customer. King Air, blah blah blah. Wichita, USA to Australia, on time, on budget, fully supported and planned by AF Aviation. Look at this. This is the plane, of course. What the fuck? What's happening in Malpensa? I don't know. And this is the delivery path. Kilo India Charlie Tango. If I'm not wrong, Kilo India Charlie Tango is the... Yeah, okay, look at this. Yeah, for example, something like that would be incredible to do. We could do some flight in the, maybe this, for example. But yeah, we need a King Air, of course. Yeah, King Air is really Australian vibes. Let me just search that. Oh yeah, I can search it in here. Because I know the Beechcraft headquarters, which is also Cessna now. Yeah, it's Wichita, yeah, of course. It's in. Let me see if I can recognize it. Yeah, look at this. I think the first flight I did with my longitude was from there. My longitude that I have here now. It's from Wichita, no? Okay. Ah, not Wichita. No, wait a sec. Okay, this is another one. All right. The one they used was this. Okay, very interesting. How are we doing here? Still climbing. Yeah, we're gonna be on cruise. Yeah, as soon as we have to descend. But yeah, that's an incredible path. I don't know, Cessna. No, let's be realistic. TBM. Delivery Australia. I think I already searched it. Yeah, there was nothing about that, unfortunately. They don't like TBM. Pilat, PC-12? So yeah. By the way, so the point is, you need to find, I think you need to give priority to the path, because with the plane you can be limited because you can't find information. But for example, for a King Air we already have. Okay, it's not a King Air 350 or whatever it is that we're gonna have for the sim. Okay, I'm saying that we're gonna have for the sim. It's not official and nothing, but yeah. Again, assuming that Black Square did the Bonanza and the Baron, and then the Caravan and the King Air, I'm assuming that they are gonna do it also. I mean, for 2020, they are gonna do it also for 2024. But yeah, that delivery. Oh my god, I can't talk to you. That delivery was pretty cool. And then operating a King Air over Australia is that would be great. Would be great to do. Or we can just generate plane around. In Australia would be great to have probably. Well, TBM nowadays, yeah, of course, turboprop. So Duke and TBM. If we are talking about general aviation. And those two are one of the best plane. I mean, for me to fly GA right now, if you're not talking about a plane that can fly like a jet here pretty high a TBM can fly the same altitude of a Vision jet, but whatever, doesn't fit to go. In the sim right nowadays, there are of course the Duke, the TBM 850, the Black Square one, the Pilatus, the default one. I never flew it. There was a SOS in 2020 that wasn't that bad, wasn't that great in my opinion compared to the Kodiak, but even it was okay. There's the Kodiak, of course, which we are using for the World Tour. Yeah. Caravan, having the Caravan and the King Air would be great in the near future. I mean, of course, the King Air is very similar performance compared to the TBM or the Duke. Very similar. Maybe it's a little bit faster than the Duke. I don't know. Yeah, very similar with the TBM. Maybe a little bit slower than the TBM as well. Alright, finally level off, and finally we are about to accelerate. At this point, people are getting crazy to Malpensa. So, for what I read, you can't do this stuff anymore in Milano. No, oh my god, not in Milano, in VATSIM. You need to use your voice to communicate. It's quite important now. Okay, before go direct to Tortu, let's check the arrival, which is gonna be very interesting today. Very interesting arrival today. Why? Because this is the... Okay, this is the... Wait a sec. Tortu to Victor? We should land runway. Oh, okay, no, it's fine. So as you can see, first thing first, the airport is in the middle of those mountains in course. Not this. It's right here. We have some pretty interesting peaks around. You know, course is a quite rocky island. So we're gonna get to Ayacho VOR. Probably gonna get to Mazal, and from Mazal we're gonna take an approach, right? Yeah, ILS-23 Mazal transition. Wow, look at this procedure. Yeah, of course we're gonna do the DMA arc. The GPS is gonna do the DMA arc. Yeah. Okay, let's see this. Okay. So, couple of altitude constraint at Mazal, 5,000 feet. From Mazal, Descent 4000 to intercept. Yeah, okay. It's gonna be cool, the approach with this mountain, we can call it. Yeah, it's a mountain. It's more than 4,000 feet high. 5,000. Okay, almost 5,000 feet high. Yeah, that's the approach. Minima to okay, 335 barometric. Okay, yeah, that's the plan. So we already have the procedure. Let me just check it. Okay, so correct to muzzle. Yeah. From muzzle, approach LS23, transition, muzzle, minima, barometric 335, load. Yeah. Alright, everything is set. And now we can go direct to Tortu. Activate. Okay. So we are over the Tyrrhenian Sea at the moment. Meter? Wow. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just saw the meter. Oh my god. So wind is 280, 18 knots, gusting 29 knots. Very interesting wind. And it's a 15 knots crosswind component. Okay. Few clouds 5,000. Yeah. Low pressure. Wow. That's a very, very extreme wind. 30 knots of crosswind. Sorry, not crosswind, but 30 knots of gusting with a big crosswind component, actually. Oh, yeah. That's gonna be... Yeah, that's gonna be very interesting to do. Oh my god. Oh boy. These two guys, oh my god, this is gonna end up very bad. Direct Laren, Laren is final. Okay, it's a TBN. That's 041, yeah. This is on final. Okay, yeah, but it's way faster, not really at the moment. Okay, we are still accelerating. Finally, I would say. So we're gonna have way more wind on ground in our airport than now at 29,000 feet. That's very interesting. So we're gonna descend in the west coast, of course, and we're gonna go all the way to the east coast and then land to the south. So yeah, I really have to think about bringing some. Of course, we can use the Duke in Australia. We can use the Duke in South America, but yeah, would be great to have some other option, of course. Would be great of course, to have the PC-12, a good PC-12, and a King gear. Yeah, I mean, for example, a King gear in South America and a PC-12 in Australia. So when you fly in Australia, you do the PC-12. Otherwise, it's always the same plane. But at the moment, this is the condition of the sim. So yeah. And I couldn't find any PC-12 delivery path for Australia, unfortunately. But that would like my dream job. Like piloting, yeah, it's cool, but doing the deliver pilot, I don't really know if it's a job or it's just random. Yeah, sometime they pick up a pilot from the company and they make him to deliver a plane. I mean, also the bureaucracy behind it should be very complex because you have to go in many countries. You need visa probably. Well, so complex, but wow, amazing have to plan everything. Wow. Great work. Great job for me would be the delivery pilot. Also a small plane like Bonanza, Cessna. I'm quite sure that I saw a delivery path for a Cessna 172 or something very small. I don't remember the exact plane, but yeah, from US to Australia. It was incredible. Okay, well, how slow is the plane to accelerate? Yeah, it's gonna take a while still to be there. Yeah, it's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a while. So, let's give a check. What is flying around those two continents that we spot? I don't know why I'm spotting that plane. Australia, we see this country many times in this period. We are flying there quite a lot. A Caravan, of course. Yeah, it's full of this, yeah, as you know. Let's see what. Okay, PC-12. Okay, this is a Piper PA-31. Mooney. This is a Caravan. This is the Caravan. Yeah, before. Look how much of this stuff is flying there. This one. Okay, this is an ATR. Not really interesting for now. We don't have ATR, unfortunately, in 2024. Which, I mean, we do have it, but it's not really working properly. Wow, Falcon 7X. What, from Mauritius? Oh boy, look at this flight. Oh my god. Incredible plane, of course. And this one? Global 6000, like this. Falcon 7X, Global 6000. From Pasqua Island. Incredible place. This is one of the most incredible places in the world. So yeah, not much flying right now. Of course, it's barely day there. PC-24. Wow, a lot of Pilatus, by the way. Another one. This is a Cessna Citation Ultra. In South America, though, let's see what is flying around. Caravan. No. Wow, it's a cargo master. Wow, it's a Caravan, this. I mean, it's based on a Caravan. Yeah, what? Okay, never mind. It's completely fine. What's happening here? There is a plane as well. Oh, it's 25 miles out. And it's very high, of course. This is the plane. Okay, another Caravan. Yeah, Caravan is really. Okay, a Cherokee. Another Caravan. This is an ATR, I guess. Yeah. Okay, nice Cessna. Another, okay, classic. King Air. There we go. Ah, well. Interesting plane. Another Caravan. Yeah, you saw the importance of Caravan and King Air around the world is incredible. Another King Air. There are so many. Another King Air. 182. Another Caravan. Ah, yeah. Oh, Seneca 5. Okay, this is Brazil. Let's try to see around here if we can spot something a little bit exotic. King Air. Oh my god. Look at this. This is a turboprop, right? Yeah, looks like. Any other? Yeah, don't worry about the plane noise, it's completely okay. Any other? In Colombia, for example. Ooh, wow. Ooh, the year is full. Let's see. Okay. Wow. Cessna 150. Okay. Piper 28. Ah, this is a. Okay, this should be an area of air school, I guess. It's full of. Yeah, it's full of traffic there. Oh wow. This is on the sim. Or something very similar. A lot of Piper. Caravan. Cessna. And there we go. Oh wow. 402. King Air. 404. Titan. Yeah, we do have this plane, of course. For 2020. It's working on 2024 as well. It's a long time we don't fly it, but... And now there is the bottom from Black Square. So yeah, which we have to fly soon. I already spotted the flight we're gonna do, probably offline. It will be in course again. Oh, look at the Caravan Legacy. Yeah, as you can see, if you talk about turboprop, Caravan and King Air are by far the most used plane in the world. I don't know the statistic, of course, but yeah, looks like they are pretty leading there. Okay, we can go direct to Ayacho Dior. Wait a sec. Okay, no control around. Alright. Also, top of this end should be. Oh, wait a sec. No, okay. Should have set the cruise altitude? No. VNAV maybe? Cruise. No. Okay, I don't know. So yeah, the Caravan and the King Air, they are two planes that we have default, of course. The problem of the default plane, of course, is the fact that it's default itself, which is already a problem, because they doesn't fly that good. Especially the King Air is a little bit weird. Okay, it's a long time I don't fly them. But the point is that the avionics, the Caravan have the G3000. Sorry, no, the G1000, the King Air, the G3000. Yeah, not the best in my opinion. But again, Black Square did a very good analogic version of those. The flight model in 2020, especially of the King Air, wasn't that great in my opinion, but I think if they are going, I mean, of course there was a payware mod, blah blah blah, based on the default. If they're going into the direction of doing from scratch every plane that they did in the past, I am assuming that the King Air, if we will ever have a King Air in 2024, will be a great flight model as well. And we are in course. Not already over it, but yeah, in the area. Wind is rising, as you can see. Let me see here. Top of this head, okay. Nice. Okay, 6,500. The highest peak, of course, is 8,000. Almost 9,000 feet. That's very high. It's not that far from us. It's this. Yeah, it's covered by clouds, unfortunately. Okay. So in 10 minutes we're gonna start descending probably. But yeah, I think I spotted the two planes, the Caravan and the King Air, which was based on the same airport. You know, now Beechcraft and Cessna are basically the same factory. Which is I don't remember the name. I'm sorry, but okay, I have to find it. Blah blah blah. Textron Company. Okay. Wow. Textron. This is the real deal behind Textron. They do have. Okay, this is a very poor Wikipedia, honestly. There is not a list. Which itself includes Beechcraft and Cessna. Okay, yeah, cool, but I would want something more specific, let's say. But yeah, they are all Textron in reality. Oh yeah. So yeah, we are really missing them. I think we are at this point today. I just realized that we are really missing the Caravan and the King Air, for sure. For sure. Alright, sun is okay. Still pretty high. I mean, it's gonna be fine. After landing, we have to clear to the left. It's a small airport, of course. The gusting is pretty scary, though. I'm pretty curious because I have the turbulence on medium, because in realistic it's like, as we experienced in the past, is like completely broken. Yeah. Top of the sun right there, basically 45 miles, something like that. Yeah, we do have a little bit of headwind, that's why we're going even slower than the expected. I mean, not really expected because we scheduled it, but yeah. But yeah, as you saw, King Air, Caravan, King Air, I mean, I'm gonna add the PC-12 if you want to, because yeah, or I mean, you should fly just the King Air because the Caravan is pretty slow. So for example, in a place where you have a lot of airports close to each other, Caravan is really cool. If you don't want to do like a 3-4 hour flight every time, of course. The King Air is, of course, the King Air. The King Air is way faster. So that should be your choice if you want something on TBM, Pilatus, PC-12 speed. We are over Calvi. It's very cloudy. Calvi, if you don't know, it's in this. We can call it Ballet. One of the most difficult airports in Europe. If you do the circle to land for runway 36, I guess it is. I don't remember now, but yeah, it's runway 36. So if you want a very challenging approach, Calvi runway 36 circle to land. Extremely, not extremely difficult, but yeah, it's not easy. It's definitely not easy. I struggled in the past. I did it, but I struggled for sure. I think I have some. Okay, I should check this. Oh, what? I've been so many times in Calvi. Okay, but A320 is interesting, of course. This is not a circle to land. Okay, it's gonna be a nightmare to find out. Yeah, I did the circle to land with an A320, which should be this then. Okay, there we go. Okay, there was a go around as well. I think I smashed the plane. Yeah, that day I remember. It was a long time ago, by the way. It was like 3 years ago. More than 3 years ago. Look at this. Go around. And that. Yeah, it was a very different Phoenix behavior and another sim. The problem of doing circle to land approaches Innsbruck, Calvi, Split is that yeah, many times this is not the active runway. Can be quite a mess to do it on what? Ah, there is an event for sure around Munich. We could have flown the Cirrus, which is there. That was an option for today. I don't see an event though. No. Okay. Well, they have full. I mean, do you have tower here, 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 here? That's great. TBM is. Sorry, the Cirrus, the SR-22. Where is? Echo Delta, Mike Oscar. There is a. Wow, there is a airport in the middle of this too. That's crazy. What the fuck? Why they do have all these airports over without anyone flying there? Crazy. Top of descent less than 25 miles. We do have a traffic which is gonna pass over us pretty soon. And yeah, we are officially about to descend. So initial descent, I'm gonna set up okay, 11,000 feet. We're gonna descend in vertical speed, of course. We are gonna control the speed by ourselves, as we usually do in as we do every single time in the descent. I don't like to use VNAV or the flight level change, because it's not something that really happens when you have control. When you have controller, it's not a command that you're gonna descend in your real top of descent and all this stuff. But whatever, just a personal preference. There we have the traffic, which is what? It's an A321 going to Munich from Tunisia. Yeah, there is an event in Tunisia as well. Okay. Let's see if we're able to spot. It's an A321. If we're able to see the actual plane. It's gonna load. Not sure, of course, but... Oh yeah. There we have it, the Lufthansa A321. Say bye. I want to check 1 second the VNAV descent speed. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, top of descent is in basically in 15 miles, little less than that. We're gonna jump into these very interesting clouds. And we're gonna gain some speed, I guess, because the wind's gonna... Yeah, it's gonna be reduced. I remember this is a quite interesting approach. We're gonna maintain... I mean, I can show you very briefly. We're gonna maintain the west coast, of course, Corsica. Then cut through all the island to the east coast, and then enter in this DME arc to intercept the ILS. And we're gonna have this nice ridge to our right when approaching. Very interesting. And on top of that, we do have 18 knots of wind gusting 29, which is kind of scary. Very scary, to be honest. Especially because, yeah, I like the Vision Jet, but I don't fly the Vision Jet that often. It's been quite... I mean, when was the last time we flew the Vision Jet? Wow, was 2 months ago, more than 2 months ago. Okay, that's very interesting. So after 2 months without flying the Vision Jet at all, we're gonna end up landing in a 29 gusting airport. 29 knots, of course. Super cloudy on top of that. Track. Okay, vertical track. That's an advice for us that we are about to descend. So we're gonna switch to auto throttle in manual mode, we can accelerate until 235 knots. That's the plan. We're gonna send in vertical speed. Vertical puff alive. And we are right about to descend. It's gonna happen in less than 60 seconds. Look at the terrain, see there? Is still terrain there? I have no idea, I'm so ignorant sometimes. I guess it is. Terrain and see here is not terrain. I have to check. That for sure. Vertical speed, let's go down. It's time. Come on, auto throttle. We are over speeding. Okay. A little more, of course. I don't really think we need to descend 1,500 feet per minute for now. Do we have a green banana? Yeah, we do have it. Yeah, we definitely have to descend faster than this. Okay, 1,500. Okay, we can descend 9,000. Okay, 9,000. Let's go. Acceleration until 245 knots. We're pretty close to Ajaccio. We are just 23 miles from Ajaccio. No, wait. Yeah, 23 miles from Ajaccio. Look like we are very high to me. Am I missing something? One sec. We don't have any holding strange stuff. No. Looks like we are very high to me. Because we are right on the vertical path now. But yeah, we are gonna... Yeah, this is the green banana. So we're gonna be 9,000 feet there. We have to turn, of course. Maybe it's fine, but yeah, to me looks like we are pretty high. For now, let's just descend like this. We will see after if we need to correct. See if we're able to spot some mountain. Yeah, this is all mountains. So unfortunately, the sun is pretty low, so the visibility is not incredible. But yeah, we're gonna be on ground pretty soon. Oh, that's Ajaccio Airport. Look at it. We land there with an A319, I guess, was. Very interesting airport. Another very interesting airport to go if you want Ajaccio. In Corsica or Corse. Okay. I don't know, let's keep this descending rate for the moment. Yeah, as you can see, we're not that far from the airport now. 40 now. Wow, the wind is rising, I mean... We descended. Yeah, look at that. Wind. And it was 33 knots on cruise altitude. Now it's 41. Very interesting. Again, I remind you that we have 20 knots. Okay, we have a new meter. Just 18 knots. The previous meters was 18 knots with 29 gusting. Now we don't have gusting anymore, but yeah, you never know, of course. Also, I'm just realizing when we're gonna turn on now, we're gonna have a big tailwind component. That's gonna be interesting for us. I feel like we are high, but I want to trust the vertical path for the moment, which is not the best thing to do. You know that we had quite interesting experience in the past, but yeah, the G3000 should be quite okay about that. Default avionics are quite good on that. usually, in my experience. But you never know. Maybe today is not the day. Let's see. The descent checklist is very simple in the VisionJet. You have just to press landing lights on, drop flaps, drop gear. Your flap speed are right here. 190 knots for 50%, 150, 100%. You have to disengage the auto throttle. Approach speed. Okay, here. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna approach. This can be off. We're gonna approach around 95 knots, something like that. I don't think I have proper V speeds in mind. Let me see if I do have some approach speed. Yeah. Flaps full, no icy condition. So we are around 500 pounds, 5,000 pounds. Okay, we can approach, okay, 90, 85 to 90 knots actually. Yeah, usually we float quite a lot, so let's try to approach 90 knots today. Which is right, yeah, that's perfect. But we're gonna not like approach 95, stuff like that, just 90 precise on 91, it's okay. And see what happens. Because of course it's kind of normal to float with the VisionJet. It's a plane that used to float. Also we do have the engine over the wing. That means that when you're gonna reduce power to flare, the plane is gonna pitch up instead of pitching down. So that's gonna increase the floating, of course. We can descend now. Yeah, I still feel like we are very high, in my opinion. And on top of that, now we're gonna get a lot of tailwind. Look at our ground speed, how high it is now. Yeah, look at the green banana. I don't know. I feel like we are very high. To me. Okay, we need to increase the vertical speed now, of course, because of the tailwind. Now we have now. Okay, switch to. Okay, this is correct. 245 on the speed, and more vertical speed down. Okay, zoom in. But yeah, I was saying you used to float in the VisionJet. The thing you need to do, and it's done in real life. There is a famous video of a famous YouTuber that was trying to fly the VisionJet that he did. So, is basically to select flaps off right after touching down, like you do, for example, in some military plane. Okay, gear down view. Right. So yeah, that's a solution you can use on the VisionJet. Okay, 610. Interception 4000. Go around 4000 as well. Great. I still feel like we're super high, but I want to trust. I want to trust the vertical path. Let's see. Pretty soon we're gonna be able to see a little better the terrain here. It's very cool out actually below us. Look at those mountains. All right. It's kind of lagging this descent rate for us, but okay. This is the go around holding. Yeah. Nobody around here. Oh well, now we're losing the vertical path. Let's increase the descent rate. So the airport is almost below us. This is the ridge we're gonna overfly on the approach. Look at that. Look at that lake. Wow. Very interesting. Is that? Yeah, it's a real lake. Wow. Very cool. Very, very cool. So from here, we're not gonna go direct to anywhere. We're gonna fly all the procedure. Is needed. Also because we have terrain. Oh my, okay, now we don't have terrain anymore. We're clear of it. Yeah, not really. We still have some terrain below us. $5,000 feet. Okay. Yeah, we're doing okay, I guess, at this point. Still not sure that we're gonna make 4,000, but probably we can. Probably we can. Do we have speed constraint? Yeah, we do have speed constraint, which I will not care at all about those. I'm gonna start decelerating when we are 4,000 feet high. Landing lights. I don't like the pulse. Why are you doing the pulse stuff? I don't remember if it's like default in the vision, and I can't find a way to remove it. But okay, never mind for today. So yeah, we just have to drop flaps, drop gear, manual fly the plane on final. Yaw damper is automatic in the Vision Jet. Wow, right with the sunset. Yeah, also we're gonna gain a lot of space with the transition. Okay, let's go do it now. Okay, that's fine, I'm gonna keep descending, I don't care. That's fine. I really want to descend at this point. We have to make 4,000 to intercept. Oh, look at this wind. Again, we're gonna expect 15 knots of crosswind on the runway. It's gonna be very, very interesting to land the plane today. ILS, we are receiving the ILS now. On the turn. We are above the glide, of course. And we can descend 4,000, which is our final altitude. Okay. Look at this turn with the sunset starting to happen. Wow. Look at this color. Oh boy. Very cool. Very, very cool. So the runway is very long for us, right? It's pretty long. It's 2,500 meter long, which is, yeah, we can float. But again, a technique is on the Vision Jet is just, oh well, we ever should, is just select flaps up when you are doing the flare. After the flare, let's say, if you do the flare and you're floating, you can select flaps up to up the plane touchdown. This is something I have seen doing in real life. Okay, let's go 230 on the speed. Alright, keep descending. Yeah, we overshoot a little bit the ME arc. I guess it's due to the speed, we are too fast, but who cares? It's okay. Continue descent. Alright. Oh boy. Now we're gonna have the sun right on our eyes, I guess. Wow, look at this, by the way. Look at this incredible scenario. with all the mountains, of course, here. Wow, very interesting, very, very cool. Okay, let me do like this, and let me start losing some speed. Wow, amazing place. Very, very cool approach. Oh my god. This is so beautiful, actually. So beautiful. Okay. Nobody around as expected. Okay, now we have to switch to ILS, of course, after the turn. And okay, DME 14 miles. Let me slow down a little bit the plane. Okay, we can drop flaps flaps 50%, 50% at speed 190. Okay. Heading select. Heading. Boy, we have to switch this. Nav. Okay, localizer capturing. Glide alive. Speed 200. Wait a sec, gear down is okay, 200. Yeah, 210. But okay, it's not great. Okay, to extend here 210. So let's go 185 on the speed. Approach armed. As you can see, we have nice 35 knots of wind right now. Localizer capture. Heading is on final. Localizer capture. And speed check, gear down. All right. Wow, look at this. This is an offset? Offset localizer, yeah. Yeah, indeed. Yeah, you can definitely see it's an offset. Wow, look at this, by the way. Oh my god. Okay, slow down. 100 and... no, my bad. 150 knots. Speed check. Gear 50%, yeah? Not gear, sorry, flaps 50%. Wow, look at this. Oh my god. Very, very cool approach. So it's an offset and we're gonna have 18 knots of wind and 15 knots of crosswind. Very interesting approach today. Oh boy. Okay, 140 on the speed to drop flaps full after. 6 miles to go. Another pedal, please. Wow, amazing approach. Really, really cool approach. It's an offset localizer, but how many degrees? Turbulence current, okay. It is not recommended to start approach if the wind is more than 25 knots, gusting 35. Okay, this is not the case. Okay. Are in sight. 5 miles. Oh boy. Wow. Okay, flaps full. Alright. Flaps full set. Speed 130. What? Come on, man, you have to slow down. Okay, 120, let's say. And remember, we want to approach around 90 knots. Whoa, boy. Wow. Amazing. Really, really amazing approach. Really amazing approach. Incredible. Incredible place. That's very, very interesting. The wind is super strong still. Okay, time to slow down properly. 100 knots. Okay, 110 knots. Okay, now wind is reducing all of a sudden. And I guess it's time. Last check to this incredible ridge on our approach. The other side is hilly as well. Very, very interesting as well. It's time to go. Autopilot off. Auto throttle is off as well. Okay, I want to reduce speed. Okay, the plane is completely out trim. Classic. Super strong wind. Okay, let's go to take our final. At this point, we're gonna basically ignore the ILS. We're gonna go visual. It's a tremendous windy day. We're gonna approach a little faster then. Super strong the wind still. Look at the cross wind component that we do have.
500.
All right. Let's try to. Oh boy. Wow, a lot of trim up in it.
Minimums.
Continue. Hold it. Okay, rudder. Touchdown. Flaps up. Wow, I have full left. Wow. Oh my god. Okay, let's stop this plane. That was a really interesting approach. Yeah, after 2 months without flying the plane. Okay. Yeah, that was fine. We could have degrabbed more, of course, but also this stuff here is not the best. I don't know how it's simulated. It's not the best to do crosswind approach. How was it? Okay, it was fine. Was fine. Let's continue taxi, please. After touchdown. Okay, flaps up. It's done. Probe it off. Okay. Landing lights is on. Wow, that was amazing. Was really amazing. So as you can see on ground, they are stable. Are we gonna trust our marshal there today? Yeah, probably. Let's go. I want to see again the landing. I'm gonna see the replay from YouTube. I had quite a lot of left foot to the crab, quite a lot. But yeah, well, it's completely fine. I mean, 15 knots of crosswind with this plane is definitely not easy at all. Landing lights off. You know that we don't have taxi lights, that's why I kept the landing lights on. Parking brake set. Parking brake set, thrust is idle, bleed can be set up on fresh, oxygen master off, exterior light stays on for now, the strobe lights I mean. Generator 1 and 2 off. This should go to off, and engine off. And strobes. Okay, transponder. Alright. Okay. Battery. That's it. Let's go out. Wow, I love the sound of the engine switching off. So cool sound. Wow. Okay, let me see the replay. That was quite an interesting approach. Pretty hard. Pretty hard. Art. As well. Okay, no sound. Okay, let me see. Let me see this. Yeah, just a flare. Okay. Yeah, very cool sunset. Yeah, 19 knots. Okay, here is the idle. So here we are idle. And okay, decrab. Okay, yeah. That was pretty okay. I thought worst on the... We were pretty straight. Okay, classical floating, of course, of the plane. Yeah, but here, alright, decrab and then touchdown. Okay. I'm gonna buy it. That was pretty good, actually. Alright, thank you very much for watching. So tomorrow I'm gonna do like a very short stream because I have no time. So either we're gonna do a very short log of our world tour, like 80 miles, or I have a couple. I have Florence, which I can do in Italy, but it's another pretty challenging approach to do with the A319. So go around possibilities, or we can come. We can bring back the A320 in Bogota from. I don't remember, from Pasto in Colombia, I guess it was. But yeah. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you like, subscribe, and I wish you a nice evening and see you next.